That's my goal, just do one thing after getting out of bed. Okay. Who here would you like to learn the one activity to be successful in your life? How many people? All right, I got one yes. How many of you would like to teach your children the one activity you need to become successful?
Yes.
I have 2 yeses. Would you like to help other families learn the one activity you need to solve all of their problems?
Absolutely. Yeah.
3 yeses. Would you like to learn the one activity that help you manage your time, your money, and your ability?
Yeah.
Little confession, I have real issues with time management. Would you like to learn the one activity that will help your family for generations to be healthy and prosperous?
Ooh, yeah.
Is that 4 yeses or 5 yeses? For a family feud. What do you think is one activity that can teach you all these skills?
Home church.
Show in the audience.
Home church activity. Now, actually, we can end the sermon right here because I don't need to say anything. Activity. You can ask yourself the question, what home church activity I did this week? Okay, end the sermon. Sit down. And you can discuss. That's it. You can just think, okay, what did I do? Because Ron Pine's home church activity sure is going to be different than my home church activity, right? James' home church activity is going to be different than mine. Youngju's is going to be much different than mine. Mrs. Thick's home church activity is going to be different than mine. So the question is, when I come to church, what is everybody else's home church activity? No, the question is, what is my home church activity? So before I get into the, there's some churches that all they do is teach one thing. Home church activity. How many members do you think they have in their church? Hundreds? Thousands? I know one church that all they did was go out of the community, bring people into the community, and teach them home church activity. That's all they did. Go out of the community, get people, bring them into Sunday service, and teach home church activity on Sunday service. That's all they did. Go out of the community, bring somebody from the community to Sunday service, and teach home church activity. And they did that for years and years and years and years. And they have thousands and thousands and thousands of members. It doesn't really matter what denomination it is. In China right now, China is going to be the largest Christian nation in the world soon. Basically, they don't call it home church activity, they call it house church, which is basically they go out in the community and they bring people to their house, kind of like a small group, and then they teach home church activity or a house church activity. So this is number one. Home church activity is a path their children will follow. So you can, I'm going to read it out loud. You can read it in your notes also. Charles has extra notes. Home church symbolizes Adam's family in the original Garden of Eden, a family that did not fall but became one in total love. Home church symbolizes Adam's family in the original Garden of Eden, a family that did not fall but became one in total love, with God as the center. When home church starts this way and develops into a tribal level home church and then a national level home church, it can lead to one unified world having the ideal form of a global family. I teach this based on a principal viewpoint. You ought to understand the importance of what the Unification Church has done in presenting home church and establishing it before God, humanity, and the entire cosmos. It is the very path that Adam and Eve would have taken had they not fallen at the outset, but instead centered on God throughout their lives, lived on earth in the midst of His love, given birth to sons and daughters, and then entered the spirit world. It's also the path their children and their children's children would have followed. Adam and Eve and their entire lineage, with all their descendants, would have naturally entered the kingdom of heaven. Home church activity is a path their children and their children's children would have followed. Now for Japanese. Loudly.
家庭教会とは本来、エデンの園で堕落せず、神様を中心としてアダム家庭が完全に愛し合って一つになったことを意味します。そのように家庭教会が始まり、家庭子息教会、家庭国家教会に発展し、世界形態の家庭理想を備えた一つの世界になるのです。これが原理で教える思想です。統一教会が家庭教会を主張でき、 立てることができるという事実は神様にとっても人類全体にとっても重要なことです。本来アダムとエバが堕落していなければ、神様を中心として一生の間、愛の中で息子娘を産んで暮らし、地上生活が終わって霊界に入っていけば、次はその子孫が続いて入っていき、またその子孫が続いて入っていけば、その血統的子孫がアダムとエバを中心として全て天国に行くようになっているのです。
Okay, so the idea behind here is that home church is the path their children will follow. So this is an activity that we're learning with the concept, okay, Yeonju, now we're going to learn it and they're going to teach it to their children. So naturally, this is an activity that we're learning together with the sole purpose of one thing, and that's to teach the children how to have a happy family, and so they can teach their children how to have a happy family and successful family. If we don't find home church activity, we can't go to the kingdom of heaven. Until now, you may have thought that home church is just an institution of the Unification Church, but that is not so. Home church and the Unification Church is your personal heavenly kingdom. It is your kingdom, not anyone else's but yours. After Jesus gave Peter the keys to the kingdom of heaven, where did he go? He went the way of the cross. The keys to the kingdom of heaven are the home church movement. In other words, we must establish tribes, and it's our mission through home church to present a model of the tribal system. Jesus said, whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loose in heaven. Matthew 18:18. If we don't bind home church, if we don't make it happen, we cannot go to the kingdom of heaven.
今まで皆さんは家庭教会は統一教会のせいだと考えていましたが、そうではありません。統一教会の家庭教会は私の天国です。私の天国であり、私のものです。イエス様がペトロに天国の鍵を授けて、その後どこへ行ったかというと、十字架に向かったのです。その天国の鍵が家庭教会運動です。言い換えれば支配編成をしなければならないということです。支配編成のモデルを代表して作ることが私たちの使命です。それでイエス様はあなた方が地上でつなぐことは天でも皆つながれ、あなた方が地上で解くことは天でも皆解かれるであろう。マタイ 18:18 と言われたのです。それを解くことができず、それを作ることができなければ天国に行けないのです。
So the main takeaway from this point that I got from it is dealing with your family situation, that's the most important thing that you do. Why? Because dealing with your family situation, that's how you build the foundation to go to the kingdom of heaven. And that's how you can actually help other people in the future, by helping them deal with the same situation. You need to become the people who can accomplish what Jesus came to do. Home church enables us to move from the position of the second son to inherit the right of the first son and return to our hometown. It is the foundation by which we can find and compensate for the failures that took place around Jesus. You need to become the people who can accomplish what Jesus came to do. By establishing these conditions, you'll become Jesus' sons and daughters. And by this, you'll become sons and daughters of God.
家庭教会は自身の立場で長子の特権を相続し、故郷するために作るのです。それはイエス様が失敗したものを取り戻し、復帰できる基盤です。イエス様ができなかったことを成し遂げて差し上げる皆さんになり、イエス様の息子になれなかったことを超えて、息子になれる状況を立てこそ、神様の息子、娘になることができるのです。
If you're not victorious in home church activities, you cannot go to the kingdom of heaven. If you fulfill your home church mission, you'll be liberated from all your burdens, leading your tribe of 360 families. You'll live your life in the kingdom of heaven on earth. This kind of phenomenon will happen. The Unification Church in the past used to focus on individual salvation. The fact that we now have come to live in a world where we're allowed to work for tribal level salvation through home church is astonishing progress. No one, neither you nor me, can go to the kingdom of heaven without fulfilling this mission. It's a duty assigned to all of us in this fallen world. Now you know how God's kingdom can be established. We're living in an incredible age, one in which we can declare the completion era of the providence, in which everything fits perfectly from a logical viewpoint of the principle. This is why I'm urging you to all go out to your own home church area with a qualification of Messiah, with which I have commissioned you. There at your home church, you must eat, sleep, live, and become victorious. If you're not victorious, there you cannot go to the kingdom of heaven.
家庭教会を完成すれば、皆さんはすべての荷を下ろし、皆さんの家庭ともに360家庭の子息を引き、 この地上で天国生活をするのです。このようなことが起こります。以前には個人を救った統一教会が家庭教会を中心として子息の救いを許すようになったことは驚くべき発展です。誰であってもこれをしなければ天国に行けません。これが堕落した世界において私たち一人一人に委ねられた任務です。天国はどのように成し遂げられるのかもう分かりましたか？理論的にも原理的にも当てはまるよう全てにおいて説理の完成時代を語ることができる驚くべき時代です。皆さんに全てメシアの資格を持つ者として家庭教会空気に来なさいと命令するのです。ここで食べ、ここで眠り、ここで暮らしながらここで勝利しなければなりません。ここで勝利しなければ天国に行けないのです。
So that point's kind of interesting. If you're not victorious in your home church activities, you cannot go to the kingdom of heaven. So I want everybody to think of one thing they're really struggling with in their families. Just think in your mind. And as soon as you think of that thing, put it. I'm not going to ask you to say it out loud. Just when you think of something you're struggling with in your mind, in your family, put your hand up. God wants you to be victorious in that one thing. The reason you have that difficulty is because God wants you to become victorious in that. And once you're victorious in that, you can help other people. If you do home church activity, you can meet God. The most important thing is the relationship between God and human beings. The next is the Cain-Abel relationship. I'm going to go off script for a second. Whoever heard the concept of win-win? That's basically when you're in a situation with somebody, you make it a win-win for both people. Cain-Abel didn't know that. Abel was an idiot. Cain was an idiot because they had to learn from each other. They needed each other. Maybe Cain had a much better way to do it, and Abel said, no, I'm not interested. So Cain got upset. But they were both idiots. I mean, in the end, somebody died. So if it's win-win, so the LDS Church, Mormon Church, incredible, they have this concept of win-win. Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. When you go into a relationship, how can you make it a win-win? So when you see Cain-Abel, think win-win. The most important thing in the relationship between God and human beings. The next is the win-win relationship. I mean the Cain-Abel relationship. Why is home church necessary? It's because through it, the first and second sons can be restored. Change of lineage naturally occurs and you receive the blessing. I have done all this for you, who are on the Cain side. You can inherit it because the child's relationship with the parents is established. The place you inherit is your home church. You should pray constantly. If you keep a prayerful heart 24 hours a day, with desire to realize the will for everyone, then you strive to actualize that desire. You'll reach God. Because your life itself will become a prayer. If that happens, you can live together with me and with God. God will then directly intervene, since you'll enter the realm of direct dominion. This is the way the principle is. Thus, if you do home church activity, you can meet God. After doing so, knowing that God is living God, you must have experience of actualizing His will.
皆さんにとって第一に重要なのは神様と人間の関係です。その次にカイン・アベル問題です。これがなぜ必要なのでしょうか。それでこそ長子と自死が復帰されるからです。祝福を受ければ血統転換されます。このすべてのものを戦死が復帰されるからです。祝福を受ければ血統転換されます。このすべてのものを先生はカイン側である皆さんにすべてしてあげました。父母様と不死の関係になっているというので相続できるのです。相続を受ける場所が家庭教会です。そのような祈りをしなければなりません。24時間全体の身胸が成し遂げられることを願いながら、その場に行こうと努力しながら祈る人、そのような祈りの心を持って努力する人は、祈りを生活化した祈祷者として神様に到達できるのです。そうなれば先生ともに暮らすことができ、神様ともに暮らすことができるのです。神様が直接干渉するのです。直接関係内に入ります。原理がそのようになっているのです。そのため皆さんが家庭教会活動をすれば神様に出会います。生きた神様を知ることによって神様の胸が成し遂げられることを体験しなければなりません。
So each person has a different activity they can do for home church. So if you want to meet God, pick one home church activity you can do every day. Maybe it's reading the Bible out loud, maybe it's praying, maybe it's forgiving somebody, but just try to pick one thing every day. Then you can have an experience to meet God. If you want to receive the blessing, you have to restore all things and then restore children. If you want to receive the blessing, you have to restore all things and then restore children. then in that world that you restore, you have to restore your spouse. This is because everything was lost due to the fall. We lost siblings and parents. To recover the parents, you need to build a foundation at some point in time to stand in the position of a parent. As you recover the parents, you must also recover the angelic world and Satan's world, and you must seek out and find God. Here at your 360 homes was where all this is decided. They constitute your family-level heavenly kingdom. If every one of those 360 homes is able to attend you as a Messiah, and you establish the foundation of those families to attend you as the parents, and then you offer them in front of God, it signifies you have inherited the position that is victorious over all Satan's bases and his opposition throughout the whole world.
本来祝福を受けるために何をしなければならないかというと、万物を復帰しなければならず、地上を復帰しなければなりません。復帰されたその世界において、相対を復帰しなければならないのです。堕落して全てを失ってしまったからです。兄弟を失い、父母を失ったので、その父母を探し出そうとすれば、自分が父母の位置に出ていける基盤をあるひとときにおいて築かなければなりません。父母を探し出すと同時に、天使世界も探し出さなければならず、サタン世界も探し出さなければなりません。神様も探し出さなければなりません。ここでこれが全て決定するのです。これが家庭天国です。その360件全てが皆様をメシアのようにはべり、皆さんを誠の骨のようにはべることのできる基盤を備え、神様の前に封建したという事実は、全世界を通してサタンが基盤を築いて反対した、その全てに勝利した立場で受け継いだということなのです。
Wherever you go in the world, you need to pursue activities in the home church area of 360 homes. The people there will become your own clan. If you do not liberate a clan, you'll not have your own clan foundation. From now on, you can establish the domain of heavenly nations wherever you go in the world. Regardless of national boundaries, if wherever you go, you just pursue home church activity, you will establish in that place the foundation for the kingdom of heaven on earth. Then that place will turn into a world that does not need the second advent. It will be transformed into a land where the Messiah isn't needed. That clan will be saved when attending you as a head and parent. The leader of that home church connects 3 generations. The first Adam in his day failed to connect the 3 generations of God, Adam, and Adam's children. However, the age has come when you and your generation can connect your mother, your father, and your sons and daughters to God through the tribal Messiah, the substantial representative of God in the age of equalization.
どこにおいても360件の家庭教会運動をしなければなりません。それは特定種族です。種族を解放しなければ特定種族が生まれることができません。今や天の国の半島を世界どこに行っても形成することができます。国境を越えてどこに行っても私たちの家庭教会さえ作れば、そこはすでに地上天国の基盤となり、再臨が必要ない世の中になるのです。メシアが必要ない地になります。その属地を中心として父母にはべることによって救いを得るのです。その家庭教会の責任者は3代を連結させます。アダム時代に神様、アダム、息子、娘の3代を連結させなかったので、私たちの時代になって神様を身代わりした実体である平面時代の種族的メシアを中心として自分の子と自分の息子、娘を連結させるのです。
Home church is the foundation to bring the world together. If someone asks you, how can you solve the world's problems? You can just say this one sentence. Home church is the foundation to bring this world together. I'm not going to give you the answer, but I'm going to let you think about it. I'll read what Father's speech is regarding this. Christian church need to put up the home church sign. The Presbyterian church will call itself the Presbyterian Home Church, and Berrytown will be the Berrytown Home Church. I'm not telling church to change their denomination, but to add the words home church. They can call themselves Jesus Home Church, the Christian Home Church, the Presbyterian Home Church, the Methodist Home Church, or the Holiness Home Church. Ooh, Holiness Home Church. If they do so, then one by one, whether they from the Methodist Church or any other, people naturally cease paying attention to their denominational background. Hello? Cease paying attention to their denominational background. What are they going to say? I'm going to go off script. What are they going to say? They're going to say, how's your home church doing? How's your small group doing? How's your family doing? They're not going to say what church are you coming from. They're saying, how's your home church doing? If you go to big conferences where they're teaching people how to establish healthy churches, what do the pastors say to each other? How is your church doing? how are your small groups doing? They've got a little sign that says, okay, whatever church they're from, but people don't really care. They want to know, how are your small groups doing? How is the home church activity doing? Whether they are from the Christian church, okay, so if they do so, then one by one, whether they are from the Methodist church or any other, people naturally cease paying attention to their denominational background. So if we shift our focus from whatever you're focusing on to home church, then when you have a conversation with people, it's much healthier. Whether they're from the Christian church, the Church of Christ, the Catholic Church, or the Presbyterian Church, we'll bring them into oneness.
キリスト教は家庭教会の看板を掲げなければなりません。長老派であれば長老派家庭教会、ベリータウンであればベリータウン家庭教会とするのです。教派を変えなさいというのではなく、そのままつけてもよいのです。イエス様家庭教会と教派をイエス教家庭教会としてもよく、キリスト教家庭教会としてもよく、長老派、メソディスト派、ホーリネス派、すべてそのままにして家庭教会とするのです。このようにすれば、メソディス派だとか、何だとか、一つ一つ自動的にすべてなくなります。キリスト教のイエス教だとか、旧教、新教もすべて一つにしなければなりません。
All blessed families should put up a home church sign at their home. All blessed families should put up a home church sign at their home. Starting now, you need to teach constantly about this. You need to repeat this message in your churches. Should the pastor put up the home church sign himself, or should the head of your country put it up for you? Speaking of the country, a country includes a particular traditional thought. Your family needs to base itself on that traditional thought, as it represents the individual, the family, and the nation. Then your family will become an ideal family, standing in a position higher than families in Satan's world. I'm talking about a family that will attend God in the kingdom of heaven. Here on earth, each family must establish home church. It is the training ground to become a model for families that can meet God in the kingdom of heaven.
祝福を受けた家庭はすべて家庭教会の看板をかけなければなりません。今からひたすら教育すべきです。自分の教会に行ってもそのようなことを言えるようにしなければなりません。看板を牧師がかけてあげなければなりませんが、国王がかけてあげなければなりませんか。国といえば国にはその伝統思想が入ります。その伝統思想を中心として個人家庭、国家基準を代表する家庭になるのです。今までのサタン世界以上のその上に立った理想の家庭です。それは天国で神様にはめる家庭を意味するのです。家庭が地上で成し遂げなければならないのが家庭教会だというのです。天上世界で神様にはめることのできる家庭的モデルを地上で訓練するのです。
All right, let's finish with this last quote. Continue witnessing from the first generation to the second and third generations. Starting from home church leaders, if people continue witnessing from the first generation to the second and third generations, then 1,000, 2,000, many thousands of people will get involved in home church activities. As we do this, we're entering the age of registration and need to prepare a list. Yet we cannot draw it up any way we want. Those who do not do home church activities cannot be entered on the list. They cannot become part of the family tree of the heavenly kingdom. Even though they are blessed family members, they'll be excluded from the list and their names will be removed from the registry. With this understanding, you must hurry to do everything heaven mandates. If you go to the spirit world without having to do home church activity, you have to work at it in the spirit world for eternity. It will be a huge problem if you go to the spirit world without having taken care of your home church on earth. Therefore, during this time, you do not need to have even a moment to think about what to eat, what to wear, or where to sleep. Knowing what kind of miserable indemnity course will await you and what kind of path you will have to follow, you should identify everything during your lifetime.
家庭教会の責任者から1代、2代、3代で続けて伝道すれば、1000人、2000人、何千人が家庭教会運動をするようになることが起こります。そのようにして入籍時代に入り、名簿を作ることになるのですが、名簿はいい加減に作ることはできません。家庭教会を通さなければ名簿記入ができないのです。天の国の続編成ができません。祝福を受けた家庭でも抜いてしまうのです。そこから落ちるのです。 それを知って天が提示するすべてのことを急いでしなければなりません。地上でせずに霊界に行けば、霊界に行って永遠にしなければなりません。地上で会計できずに行けば大変なことになるというのです。その期間には食べること、着ること、寝ることを考える余裕はありません。そのように行くべき桃源の手が、残された人生がどれほど悲惨かを知り、生きている間に皆さんが桃源していかなければなりません。
Okay, so that's the ending part for part 1 of home church activity. And next month we'll have part 2 of home church activity. So really, the main takeaway is if you establish a healthy family, then you can really accomplish everything you need to do on this earth. You know, the churches that are really healthy and successful, what are they doing? They're going out into the community, and they're inviting people to Sunday service, and then they're doing what? Teaching people how to do home church activity. So actually within home church activity, or everything that you need to do in your life is within, all the skills within home church activity. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for this time together to come and to study True Parents' words about home church activity. Heavenly Father, we pray for your continuing guidance so we can shift our focus from denominationalism to activity, to thinking about what is our activity throughout the week and how we can change our activity so that we can become blessed families, people that you can bless, families that you can bless. Heavenly Father, please guide us during this time. We pray and study True Parents' words regarding home church activity so we can understand how we can change and build a vibrant church culture that can really help other people to establish home church activity in their homes. We offer all this to your gratitude. In True Parents, I pray, amen. Aju.